Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barley, and today, what if you could travel back in time? I've been at WWDC for the past week, and one of the things that struck me in WWDC was the first conference that I ever attended, SIGGRAPH 99. It was my exit from Australia, although I probably didn't know that at the time, and it was my entrance to the US. It was held in LA at the time, and it was just an introduction to conferences. I'm not a huge fan of conferences. I generally feel dirty attending conferences. I feel a little bit better about WWDC, but a lot of these conferences, it's just not like the top-end stuff. It's like placating mediocrity and eulogizing mediocrity, and that's the way I felt about SIGGRAPH. I had a pretty nightmare set of experiences contributing papers to SIGGRAPH where they were never read, and funnily enough, the Rushkov article was kind of the footnote to that whole experience. But attending SIGGRAPH, there was a circumstance where I was in a line going to some buses, and there was a cut-off point for one of the buses, and I was on the cusp of the cut-off point, and it was asserted that I had not been in the line. And I said to the fellow in front of me, "I've been behind you for the past 10 minutes, haven't I?" And he shrugged his shoulders and he said, "I don't know. It's not my responsibility." He didn't say that, but, clearly it's not my responsibility. I don't know. You could just be some lunatic. Get away from me. Rather than saying, yes, you've been standing behind me for the past however long, you have just the same right to get on this bus. And I thought to myself, what embodies that reaction of lack of caring? What embodies that reaction of just, not caring, not wanting to be part of it, as opposed to, a community collective experience? And I realised at WWDC that I'd actually become that guy, that sometime over the past, 15, 16 years, I just, not rocking the boat, not wanting to get involved, I mean, truth be told, obviously there are clear, demonstrable examples of where this isn't the case, and I'm probably just feeling that as opposed to actually being that guy. But I do think that there's been some strange evolution associated with kind of passionate, revolutionary community perspective. I am vice president of the local community action group, and that's what I return to in my own thinking about this circumstance. That I demonstrably at least show some part of that Tom of 15 years ago. But I do wonder in 15 years' time if I might be standing in a queue going to a conference and not acknowledge that someone has been standing behind me for a period of time. And I actually felt this at the WWDC line going into the keynote this year. That through a variety of factors, maybe I'll just become that guy. And maybe it's just something I've got to acknowledge. Maybe I should fight that. Maybe I should just embrace it. Who knows? A thought, for sure. Tom Bubbly in San Jose, signing out.